Hi, this is Banyard from naturalmindfulness.uk with my second week video review of what I'm calling now our natural mindfulness self-connection experiment. Again, another thank you to all of you that are doing this experiment with me, and I've really enjoyed coming onto the Facebook group and reading your experiences. And it's been great because, obviously I originally set this up to do this for myself, and I was looking, to use my own data, my own information to kind of see if there really, was any benefit to me in terms of my health and my well-being, my mood, or whether, focusing on me for, a small period of time in nature for a 30-day period would have any recognizable results in my, and that sort of turn up in my life. And so it's great to have you guys doing it as well. So because obviously me doing it for myself, there's a kind of a bias built into that, but sort of reading all your comments as well is quite good. And the other thing that's good is, sometimes if when I'm having a good day, some of you aren't having a good day, and sometimes when you're having a good day, I'm not having a good day. So we're getting a really good kind of across the board understanding and insight into what spending or purposefully spending some time, investing some time in nature, focusing on ourselves, how that can manifest in our lives. And I think, as I've already said on the Facebook group, this has been a very different week to week one. I think, looking around me now, I'm out near my home in nature, and nature's changed. The leaves are gone. The weather's kind of changed. It's got colder. There's a strong wind today, and just the feel of nature is very different to how it was a fortnight ago when I started this. And I started with a lot of enthusiasm and interest and motivation. And kind of the first week was great. It took a while to connect to myself, but once I'd connected to myself, I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to go out and do it. And then kind of the second week, there was a bit of a dip, really. And I don't really know how to describe it, but I suppose it's really like something. It just seemed that by connecting to myself and doing that on a regular basis, it was almost like there's a part of me that resented that I hadn't been connecting to myself before. It's almost like, that kind of, at first it was okay, and now then it got to a stage where it was like, well, I've missed all these opportunities, I haven't connected to myself when I could have done, and there's a bit of a, I don't want to say it's resentment, it makes me sound like I'm schizophrenic or something, but it was just that, it was almost that kind of, I imagine how a partner or a family member could feel if you'd ignored them for a period of time, and then you made an effort to kind of connect with them, and for a while then maybe they would suppress their upset that you hadn't done it before, but then it would gradually, as you connected with them more, maybe they'd feel safer to be able to come out and sort of say, well, why didn't you give me this attention before? Why have you waited till now to start noticing me? Why, how is it that you're connecting now and you didn't connect before? And it's kind of maybe there's been a bit of that going on with me. I don't know, maybe, I'll ask yourselves to sort of look at your experiences. Maybe something like that has happened for you, and you've been maybe feeling sad, or maybe feeling a little bit, frustrated with yourself or angry at yourself. And I think that's normal. I kind of get this insight as well that, having spent just over a week connecting to myself, I think I mentioned in the last video, there was almost like this need to sort of take care of myself. I was stroking my face and, and kind of noticing where I had aches and pains within my body more. And it's almost like this second week, it's been really become very apparent that I just do need to take care of myself. And I don't mean, watch out that I don't have an accident or I don't hurt myself or I'm a bit easier on myself, but that kind of, really notice what is it that I need at any given time, and what would support me, what could I do for myself to support me physically, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. Sometimes I really needed to go out for a walk, but I found it hard to do it. But at that point you kind of need your almost a bit of self-discipline to sort of push yourself to do it, but in a gentle way. When I say push, I mean, gently encourage yourself to go out, like you would encourage a child to go out. You wouldn't shout at them to go out or make them feel guilty for not going out. You'd encourage them. So, maybe there was that really that I needed. And I also noticed that the people that normally I'm connected with, because I was connecting with myself, and maybe this is because I'm a man and multitasking doesn't come naturally to me, I don't know, but the people around me were feeling that I disconnected from them rather than connected, because I was connecting to myself. It was like some of that connection energy I had to take from somewhere else, and so people around me that normally I'm caring for felt a little bit that I disconnected with them, and that created issues in my life. And that created, needed to communicate a little bit better and explain what was going on and remind people that I was doing a self-connection experiment, because of course I knew I was doing it, but people around me had kind of forgotten that I'd said I was going to do this, and I hadn't updated them on it and hadn't shared anything with them. So communication is really important, communication with ourselves and communication with others, and so that's come up this week. And so there's this need to kind of look after myself, care for myself, but also communicate with other people to make it easier for me. And I've actually found I've been able to deal with those issues a lot better this week. Even though I was struggling with myself, communicating that with others came a lot easier, perhaps because I've been doing this now for 2 weeks. So it's been quite interesting. On an up though, another fantastic setup, a fantastic experience this week has been connecting with Miyuki and those beautiful pictures that she makes, and the fact that now we've decided we're collaborating on my book. For ages it was a missing piece to doing a guidebook on natural mindfulness, and this reconnecting with Miyuki through the experiment, and then us collaborating on a picture of hers, and then talking more through this. We've come up with the steps forward now to create our natural mindfulness guidebook, which is evidence that me connecting with myself for the last 2 weeks of this 30-day experiment has also enabled me to connect to Miyuki, and that connection has led to a collaboration which is having an effect on my career, my work life, what I do as a job, and what I do as my interest. So there is a direct link between doing this experiment and improvements and success in my kind of working life. So it's been a really interesting week, and I'm really keen and curious to see what happens in week 3. So I think that's enough to be going on with. I'm going to head back home now. I've done a little bit of self-connection here near my home in some beautiful woodland, and as I said, it's changed. It's probably changed for you as well. Keep posting on the group. I'd love to see your posts. I'd love to see some more comments about your experiences, and feel free to come and comment on other people's posts. My sister Lou put a video up last week, so if anybody's feeling a little bit brave like Lou and wants to put a video up too, feel free, pop it up there, it'd be great. And keep spreading the word. If there's a couple of people have joined recently, welcome Cindy for joining us. Cindy's been on an experiment of her own up until now, so she's only just had an opportunity to come and join us with this one. But people can join in now, because there's still 2 weeks to go, and I'm going to do this again. I'm enjoying it so much that I think I'll have another go at doing this experiment again, probably after Christmas, and see what happens then. So thanks for being involved. Thanks for all your support. Go to www.naturalmindfulness.uk if you want to watch the first video again, find out more information about what we're up to, and have a great time. Take good care of yourself and enjoy the moments. Cheers. Thank you.